A Common Idiot presents Monster Mania. This next movie is one of my favorite sci-fi monster movies of all time, and that's John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. There are so many reasons why this movie takes the top spot when it comes to my sci-fi monster movies, but I'll get to those reasons in just a second. First, in case you've never seen this movie, which I don't know how you haven't seen it, but if you haven't, basically to give you a recap of what it's about, it takes place in Antarctica following a group of researchers who come across an extraterrestrial alien that's basically a parasite. And when this parasite comes across any other organism, it seems to assimilate and then imitate that organism. And obviously, once that takes place and affects the group, things start to get bad really quick. Paranoia ensues, no one knows who to trust, no one knows what's going on, and it's absolutely insanity from that point. What really pushes this movie over the top is, number one, is it has a very strong cast. The movie stars Kurt Russell, who plays R.J. McGrady as the helicopter pilot. You have Wilford Brimley, who is the diabetes guy, if you know him, and he's played in a bunch of other roles. Then you also have Keith David Williams, which if you saw him, you would know who he is. He's played in multiple different roles. Also very prominent in voice acting. He's played the main character in the Gargoyles Disney show, which I used to love that show as a kid. And even all of the supporting cast did a really good job. Another aspect of this film that really makes it just one notch above the rest is the score. Obviously, we're talking about John Carpenter here, so we know the music's going to play an important role, and it really does just keep you on the edge of your seat and keeps you unnerved throughout the movie. The score is just perfect for this film, and I love everything about it. And I think the main thing that really sets this over the top and really embodies what 80s horror was all about are the practical effects. The practical effects of this film, I think, are above all else. This movie is so insane. There are things that I would never have imagined to see in my entire life. It's horrific looking, but just so awesome at the same time. The creatures that they come up with and the things that we see is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I love every bit of it. So if you are a fan of that stuff, you are not going to be disappointed with this film. Surprisingly, when this movie was released, it didn't do well at the box office. I mean, you had some reviews calling it quote-unquote instant junk, which I guess they just weren't ready for it at that time during the 80s. And you also had E.T. fever going on, so I can understand as to why maybe they didn't like this. But like many other movies, over time, a cult following ensued, and there are so many people that absolutely love this film. And like I said, there's not a lot to hate of it. I love this movie. It is definitely one that's up there at the top of the list. Unfortunately, they did make a 2011 prequel to this film with the same name, which I would not recommend it at all. Stick with this. This is the one that tops it all, and you just can't beat all the aspects that come to make this film so great. And if you've seen this film, let me know below in the comments some of your favorite scenes, or let me know if you hate this movie, because like I said, it is a graphic film, and maybe some of the FX and special effects was just too much for you to handle. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I always love to hear your thoughts. If you liked the video, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And until next time, take care.